Happy Saturday and welcome to the Ramashram Satsang Weekend Workshop, where you will learn a modern satsang method for obtaining peace, light, and love in your life. My name is Shivangi and I will be introducing the facilitator for today's event. But first, I would like to give you a brief overview to this satsang session. If you will direct your attention to the screen, you will see that the first element is satsang. Satsang is a scientific method whereby we may obtain peace, light, and love in our lives. It requires no physical skill, spiritual accomplishment, or meditation experience to begin this practice. Satsang consists of two words, Sat and Sang. Sat means positive energy, and Sang means to be with or to be in the presence of. Therefore, the word Satsang means to be in the presence of positive energy. The next element is meditation. Meditation is an important part of satsang. When we meditate, our consciousness is drawn from worldly objects and directed inward to focus on a single thought. In doing so, our minds become calm and our thoughts become pure, leading us to higher states of consciousness such as enlightenment, peace, light, and love. Inner orientation. There are two types of satsangs: inner satsang and outer satsang. An example of outer satsang would be chanting or attending pilgrimages. When we practice outer satsang, we have the potential to change our behavior, but only through the practice of inner satsang can we obtain higher states of consciousness such as enlightenment, peace, light, and love. This is the type of satsang we will learn today, where we meditate in silence. Group sessions. These weekend workshops are structured for group participation. When we meditate as a group, our focus is improved and our personal progress along our spiritual path is expedited. By regularly attending these weekend workshops, the benefits of group participation are amplified. Joy and inner happiness. All beings wish to experience joy. Joy is the eternal longing of the soul, but only through the practice of inner satsang can we obtain a joyous state. Each time we practice satsang, our inner happiness gradually increases, ultimately culminating in a state of joy that we experience 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Next, we will discuss the agenda for today's session. The agenda for today's session consists of three parts: the informative session, the practice session, and the interactive session. During the informative session, a lecture will be given about a satsang topic, our founder, or some other relevant spiritual topic. During the practice session, instructions on how to meditate will be given, followed by a period of practice. During the interactive session, you will have the opportunity to ask questions or there will be a panel discussion. And now, I would like to introduce the facilitator for these sessions. He has over 40 years of satsang experience. He is the grandson of Guru Maharaj, the founder of Ramashram Satsang. He was born into the satsang family where he witnessed his family members obtaining states of enlightenment and live lives of peace, light, and love. At an early age, he began traveling with the mission throughout India facilitating satsangs. During that time, he witnessed the positive effects that satsang could have on mankind. Upon arriving in the United States, both he and his wife continued to facilitate satsangs for local satsangis. He has led teams of satsang members in translating important satsang literature into English and has worked tirelessly to make satsang more accessible to Western and English speaking audiences. He currently travels throughout the United States, India, and England facilitating satsangs while maintaining his duties as a husband, a father, and an IT executive. Usually in these sessions, he's here and he gives us instructions on how to practice satsang. But today he's traveling. He is in India right now. So we have Parul, his daughter, who would be guiding us through this session. So on to you, Parul.
Thank you so much for the intro, and thank you everyone for being here on your Saturday morning to meditate and practice satsang with us. So today's topic is going to be to forgive with a pure heart. And the focus of it is on ego. So we'll go into the topic and then we will meditate together. And then afterwards, if you guys have any comments or if you want to just say hi, please feel free to unmute yourself at the end and we can all chat and then you can go about your day. So today's topic is to forgive with a pure heart. And I wanted the focus to be ego because I feel like ego is one of the obstacles on the path of reaching spiritual purity, and especially a pure heart. So it's the reason that we go silent when we're hurt instead of being honest, open, and understanding. It's the reason that we attack or we get triggered in the heat of the moment. instead of speaking from a place of calm and clarity. And what the ego does more than anything else is that it holds a grudge and it holds resentment and it refuses to forgive. And that's the place where, it can get in the way of our spiritual evolution, because when you are holding something so heavily on your heart, it can block the flow of peace and calmness and understanding. And it definitely blocks the flow of love, you know, in those places where we're actually holding anger and resentment, a lack of forgiveness, because that can be so all consuming and it just takes over. So it's more natural to allow a hit to your ego to consume you and trigger a reaction than it is to detach, observe, take a step back from the situations you face in life, allow a bird's eye view perspective, to kind of create these different perspectives that allow you to put yourself in another person's shoes, or that can allow you to, see all angles of a situation before you react. I think it's really important that we allow ourselves to do that. And then from this place, you allow the heart to create understanding, empathy, compassion, forgiveness. And if the situation requires it, you also create a space for actively listening to the people around you. You create a space for the needs and the wants of others. And that's what I feel is what we do in satsang in an even deeper way than just, the superficial level of communicating and, reacting to others. There's a much deeper energetic level that happens in satsang that allows us to come back to the heart, especially when we're consumed with the ego. So, in deep meditation, the heart is active and we get a chance to sit with what's going on inside of us, detaching, observing, and allowing any thoughts or feelings that are no longer serving us to flow like a river out of our subconscious mind. And there's even an opportunity to take those thoughts and feelings and emotions and transmute them into light. And that's what we're doing here, especially when, the monkey mind is going crazy, which my dad loves to talk about. In satsang, in meditation, there's an opportunity to take those monkey mind thoughts and transmute them into light, even more than just letting them go and flow out of your life. You're allowing something that is, consuming your physical body, your physical experience, and you're spiritually detaching from it and allowing yourself to move forward. So, a lot of this work is purely energetic, but you can pull these new perspectives into your life in a very practical way too. So, if you have these thoughts and, you come into satsang, you have a deep meditation, you let go of something that was on your heart, then you have the opportunity to go and, in your physical life, fix some things. Like go and apologize when you're in the wrong and you felt that and you felt that you let go of something, then go and apologize. Like have some communication with the people around you that maybe you were triggered by. Allow yourself to forgive. Spread love and kindness to strangers or those in need, and especially to your loved ones. So, where can you be more supportive? Where can you be better at listening? Where can you be more understanding? These are the ways that our spiritual practices become a part of our way of living too. Where can you be more calm? And where can we take a step back, be less reactive, and then make that peace, you know, spread into our physical environment? So that was just something that was on my mind today that I wanted to talk about. And I think on that note, let's work on collectively purifying our hearts and get into today's meditation. So today we are practicing inner yoga, which is the system and the practice that Guru Maharaj had started. What we're going to do is we're going to visualize a bright light, a bright golden white light, whatever however you want to see this light. We visualize it outside of ourselves. We see this light immersing our entire body and being, but especially entering our heart space. And from the heart space, it immerses your entire body in this light, and you allow this light to go into your energetic field as well, about 5 to 10 to 20 feet outside of your body. You're completely immersed in this light. And then we go, we'll be listening to music for the first 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll go into a silent meditation where we will just, allow this clearing to happen. And then we will go back into music and we will come out of the meditation. So, on that note, let's get started. Thank you, everyone, for joining today. I hope you had a good session. If you want to come on, give a little comment or talk about today's topic or just say hi, then feel free to come on. Would love to see you or talk to you.
Good morning. Happy Saturday, everyone.
Happy Saturday. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Did you have a good session? Did
Oh,
you want to?
yes.
Okay, thank
I always
God.
do. And I really liked your topic today, actually. It's a very important topic to always revisit time and time
Hmm.
again
I
because,
know.
yeah, I completely agree that um, the inability to forgive and to hang on to past hurts can absolutely impair spiritual growth. So it's
Hmm.
such a great topic that you brought up today. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. But yeah, I always notice that we don't realize how much it can affect your spiritual growth. So I think it's just really important to try to move on from things, but also like the whole point of spirituality is to be present. So if we're holding on to something, we're not really truly present. So that's just my thoughts on it.
And there are, theories that I don't want to bring too much of the outside,
No, you
but
can. I think it's fine.
I think there are theories too that, your thoughts, not only
Hmm.
your thoughts can actually energetically potentially affect other people's thoughts, other
Yeah.
people.
Yep.
So that's
100%.
also something to consider. That's very, so I recently saw something about that and just sort of like, you know, that's why it's just better to always either, as your, I think your father has said this, he has included this as a tool to either
Hmm.
think positively or think neutrally, but not to think negatively, because it not
Hmm.
only affects you but it affects the energy pool out there.
Yes,
um
100%. I think negativity can also be very powerful in how it affects others, not just yourself. But we all know someone who, they're going through something, they're suffering, and you can just feel it when you're around them. That,
mhm.
it affects you too when you're around them. So, I mean, one of the basis like foundations of satsang is positivity because, when you hold like positive thoughts, positive energy, that is just as contagious as if you're holding negativity. So, obviously in this practice we want to, spread more positivity. So the base foundation of that is to embody positive thoughts, positive energy. But it's really
Absolutely.
cool also because in the meditation that we do, that light itself is positivity. That is positive energy. So we just immersed ourselves in positive energy. So even if you're going through like a really hard time, you can just come back to the meditation or come back to the light because that in itself is a very positive energy.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, and I love that too that you said that because yeah, I mean it's very powerful. Like we have to, cleanse ourselves energetically too. It's so important.
Mhm.
But
Thank you.
thanks for joining. Yeah, thank you. Anyone else want to say hi? Onkar Uncle, Rajat Bhaiya, Banu Bhaiya, good to see you guys.
Hey Parul, this is Shivangi.
Hello, how are you?
Good, good, good. I just wanted to come say hi and
Yes, thank you for joining.
yeah,
I know
yeah,
you're
that's
busy with
yes,
babes.
that's what, right? Like last couple of weeks I haven't been able to join. I've been home
It's
alone
fine.
with the baby. So
Aw, I hope things are going good with the
yeah,
family, with the baby. That's great.
yeah. Yeah, but
That's
I
amazing.
want to say that it's so good to be back and I
I
hope to
know. Me
attend
too. I
it.
took a long break.
Yeah,
I
so good.
was in India, so yeah, it feels good to be back and
Yes,
meditate with everybody.
absolutely. And it's really nice to see you and a big thank you for substituting because
Oh no.
when I was talking to Sanjeev ji, he was saying that should we take a break
Oh
for
yeah.
traveling? then I actually suggested that, oh, if Parul can come guide to the
Oh my
session.
God. Well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I was wondering if I can handle it, but I think, it's been good to just have this time
Yeah,
like
and
blocked
you
off.
did a great job. So
Oh, thank you. That's sweet. Thank you. But yeah, it's good to see you too. I hope, we can keep coming on together.
yes, yes.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, doing great. Thanks. I think the topic is really interesting one today's. I missed the initial part, but as I heard uh, uh, more thoughts around that, it's like yeah, uh, with the regular day-to-day routines, we tend to get into that mode
Oh my
despite
God.
attending satsang, despite attending, going through the meditations, and sometimes it takes time to get out of that mode. So,
100%.
uh,
It takes two
absolutely.
seconds. Takes two
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah.
And it happens to all of us. I think it's the most human thing that, 1 second we're great and we're meditating, and the next second you talk to someone and you're just like, what happened? So,
Right.
it's crazy. But I feel like to hold on to it for too long is where it gets crazy. Like if it's happening too often or it becomes part of your life to be, attacking or getting mad or whatever, then you have to like take a step back. Like, is this the way I want to be?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thanks for hosting this.
Yeah, of course. Just here for dad until dad is back. But thank you for coming.
It's always great to be part of it. Thank.
Oh. Okay, bye, Rajat Bea. Have a great weekend. Tell the kids I said hi. If
Bye,
anyone
Pearl.
else.
Bye,
Hello,
Parul.
how are you? What's going on? Rajat Bea? Jeffrey?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How are
Nice,
you?
nice. Good, good, good. Good to see you.
I
Welcome
know.
back.
Thank you.
Great sessions.
Thank you. Thank you. How are
Yeah,
you?
keep
How
it
are the
going.
kids?
It's a good, busy,
Okay,
busy,
amazing.
busy.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, I'm sure.
Weekends are actually busier than the weekdays.
Oh my God. That's terrible. No breaks.
No breaks.
No breaks. Just going. But tell them
Yep,
I said hi. I miss them.
absolutely, absolutely. I'll see you.
Okay. See you. Have
Bye,
a good
everyone.
weekend.
You too. Bye.
And Jeffrey, how are you? Good to
Very
see
good
you.
today.
Amazing.
Just did a lot of good meditating session while being asleep.
Oh my. Sometimes we need to sleep too, so it works. Anyone else, if you want to hop on and say hi?
I want to ask a question.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
sure.
just like as a sort of like a tangent to the topic you discussed. And first of all,
Yeah.
thank you for the topic. It's a fantastic topic. And I was just wondering, what if one feels like on the other side? So not like having to forgive, but on the other side, like perhaps feeling that one needs to get forgiven.
Hmm. I mean, it's the same thing because we can't change someone else. We can only control our own energy.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, we can't go and force them to go find a therapist and forgive us, right? We can't do that. So the only thing that you can cleanse and purify is your own spiritual self. And I think it's even more important when there's someone else involved that, oh, like this person should do this for me. Like they're not going to do that. And there's no guarantee that they will. So the only thing that we can do is in ourselves know that, maybe we were supposed to be forgiven, but that's also okay. It's another form of ego to feel like, oh, someone has to say sorry, you know? Like nobody, I feel like nobody is entitled to do anything for us.
Can I jump in on that thought?
Yeah.
That's very interesting, Ajita, too, because there might be, and I'm not saying this is the example that you were bringing up, but it could, there's a possibility that you've got to forgive yourself if you're feeling
100%.
so, it applies to others and also applies to yourself.
Like honestly, in a practical way, you can hold other people accountable, but to expect them to meet you where you're at, I feel like it's not always possible. If they're especially not meeting themselves in a certain place.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's an interesting thing, but I feel like, the more you forgive yourself, like even when you meditate, you're already going into like a spiritual purification process. So it's natural that you're going to be forgiving yourself while you're forgiving others. But I think it's really important to not expect like, oh, this person has to say sorry. They owe me this, like, I think the more like you soften into your heart, you realize like this person, maybe they have more growing to do, or maybe in the future we'll connect. But right now, we're not seeing eye to eye, and that's totally okay.
Right.
Great. Thank you. Thank you for your thoughts.
Yeah, I hope that helps.
Yeah,
Yes.
I will just give an example. So, when it is raining,
Yes.
don't go out, or you bring a umbrella with yourself. You don't.
Mm-hmm.
So, like all the nature things or all the external things you don't control. So, yeah, either you figure out a way to handle them, or you just
Yes.
stay away from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. Like finding stability in yourself. Yeah, I love that. If anyone else has any last questions, wants to say hi, add a comment, let me know. Otherwise, I'll wrap up soon. Okay. So thank you guys so much for joining today. I hope it was a good session. Take it into your day. Take the good energy.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. You're so welcome.
Yeah.
I hope to see you guys on Tuesday and again next Saturday. So
Thank you so
happy
much.
Saturday. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Love seeing you here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you and welcome
Bye.
back.
Thank you. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.